I found the best way to learn something is to research it, read about it, completely obsess about it, and then get your hands dirty. In other words, do it yourself. So today I'm going to show you how to create an NFT, how you can sell an NFT, and we're going to discuss everything else you need to know in terms of NFTs and blockchain, like your crypto wallet, marketplaces, and more. So I'm going to show you step by step everything you need to know to get started. And if you're thinking, what exactly do NFTs have anything to do with business? They have everything to do with business. That's like asking, what does the internet have to do with business? It's just going to change the way we go about interacting with each other, buying and selling goods on the internet, and just going to completely change business. So make sure you stay tuned till the very end to learn everything you need to know. By the way, guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Or welcome back. I'm PerezTheDev. We discuss everything business and technology. So if you enjoy that kind of stuff, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff. Let's get into the video. NFTs, if you do a quick Google search, stand for non-fungible tokens. Great. Thanks a lot, Ryan. So what does it actually mean? Fungibility stands for the ability of a good or asset to be interchanged with other individual goods or assets of the same type. Information overload. Let's think of an example. If we think about grains of rice compared to other grains of rice, we can pretty much swap them out. They're the same thing. Or we can even think of dollar bills. $1 bill is the same as another dollar bill. You can swap them out, no problem. Those are fungible assets. So non-fungible assets, and we can think even in the real world, would be something like houses. We understand that houses are, all the houses in the world are all houses, right? They're in the same circle. But if you compare one house to another house, they're not the same thing. Even though they're in the same circle, in that same, they're both houses, they're each completely unique. And that is the idea of non-fungible. So again, houses, the spectrum of houses, yes, they're all houses. But your house and my house are not the same house, right? They're two different houses because they have different addresses. They're physically different. And that is what non-fungible is. So you're not allowed to really interchange them, even though it can be confusing because you're thinking of it as the same asset. They are unique. So if you can think about houses and how your house is different from someone else's house, even though they're both the same asset type, then you can understand NFTs, because non-fungible tokens are the same idea in a digital asset. So an NFT is the digital asset or a token that is completely unique from another digital asset or token. Just like one house is different from another house, even though they're both houses. All right. So that is the main idea and key difference between fungible and non-fungible assets. What I love about these NFTs is they're great for artists. They're great for creative people. With NFTs, you actually gain control of the intellectual property or the IP. So if you go ahead and create a beautiful painting or some digital art or even music, videos, that can all be put on the NFT, on the digital token, that allows you to then sell it on the marketplace and have rights to it. You can set all that up yourself. And the beauty of it too is when you go ahead and sell that art, you can actually get commission off of every time someone sells your piece of art. You get what's called a royalty. And you can set that up, and we'll show you later in the video. I just want to make sure we get some foundational understanding first, and then I'll show you guys later on. Remember, step by step, don't worry. But you can actually set that up to where you get a certain percentage of every sale on that singular token, on that digital asset that you sell in the marketplace. And I think that's so cool. It's going to completely change how creative people just go ahead and sell and work on their craft and just do their craft in general. Plus, it's not just for creative people. It's going to change how you and I day to day do sales. It's going to change how we go ahead and go to conferences. It's going to change how we own houses. Instead of having a piece of paper or a title to your house or to your car, it is going to become a token, this digital asset, this non-fungible token. Because with the blockchain, it allows people to go ahead and verify. You don't have to worry about the technology per se. Just know that the technology allows one to verify that, yep, you are the owner of this house because you hold that token. That's the main gist with NFTs in the future. Anyways, So I know we discussed a little bit about marketplaces. So you want to go ahead and check out some of the more popular marketplaces. You might be thinking, okay, what are these marketplaces? So these are just marketplaces that you can go online to go ahead and sell and buy your digital assets or your digital tokens. So if we go ahead and check out Opensea, opensea.io, I'll make sure to leave links down in the description below. We can see, discover, collect, and sell extraordinary NFTs. And so you would go ahead and make an account, and you can go ahead and scroll through and see other digital assets and tokens that are being sold in this marketplace, where you would go ahead, buy, and or sell these digital assets. Now, another very popular one you can also check out is Rarible. Again, you would go ahead and create an account, and you would go ahead and just simply check out what are some tokens and assets that are being sold. Look, that's a cool one, right? All these digital assets, this art. So those are the actual marketplaces that you would go to purchase the digital tokens or these digital assets. Another thing to know with these marketplaces, as you get a little more familiar exploring and experimenting with how it all works, you want to know and learn about gas. And no, I'm not talking about the smelly one here. I'm talking about transaction fees. Every time you go to purchase any of these digital assets, you have to pay. You can think of it like a transaction fee. When you go ahead and purchase, it's going to range anywhere from $50 to a couple $100. Just because of the underlying technology at the moment, you have to pay an additional fee. Again, just think of gas as a transaction fee every time you go to purchase, buy or sell these digital tokens. Now, for now, that is how the current technology is. If you don't want to pay gas, there are a couple of different blockchain technologies that allow you to buy and sell without having to pay gas. And that is where it's going to go in the future. But for now, that's just how the technology works, especially depending on what type of token or currency, digital currency, you decide to use. So that's everything you need to know about gas. It's just a way of thinking of transaction fees every time you go to do a purchase. So now we're going to go ahead and discuss crypto wallets. So your wallet is just a place where you go ahead to store your digital assets. Just like in real life, we would have our wallets to hold our dollar bills, our credit cards, our debit cards, all our other assets that we have with us in the real world. So now these crypto wallets are a way to go ahead and store all of our digital assets in the digital world. So if we go ahead and check out Coinbase, is a very popular crypto wallet where you can go ahead and set up. You would also have to sign in, but you can set up your account and you can go ahead and store Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these different digital currencies. Okay, so Bitcoin, Ethereum, those are just digital currencies. That's all it is. You can also check out MetaMask is another very popular one. I personally am a fan of MetaMask a bit more, just because you can hold a more variety of these different assets. So, but you can go ahead and sign up for an account for each one if you want and check them out. But see crypto wallets and gateways to blockchain apps. So the reason I'm a bigger fan of MetaMask is because with MetaMask, you can use the app to go ahead and collect different NFTs and have more access to different blockchain applications, whereas Opensea is a little more limited with the type of NFTs you can go ahead and collect and display, whereas with MetaMask, you can have it all. So I like MetaMask, but feel free to check both of them out. They're both great, and you can go ahead and download it. You want to download it both on your mobile device as well as your computer, your laptop, because they're both going to use the same account and they're going to be tied to each other. So you want to make sure you go ahead and have it downloaded on both your mobile devices and your physical laptop devices. So go ahead and make sure you download them. Again, MetaMask or Coinbase. That is where you go ahead to store all of your digital assets as you go ahead and buy and sell either different digital tokens, or you go to buy these digital currencies like Ethereum or Bitcoin or any other one. When you go ahead and create your digital wallet, you're also going to get this seed phrase. It's a list of 12 words that you want to go ahead and make sure you store. So again, word of caution, when you go ahead and create your digital wallet, make sure you store that seed phrase, those 12 words, that list of 12 words, somewhere safe. Because if you lose that and you happen to lose access to your digital wallet, you're done. You lose all the digital assets in that wallet. So again, whatever happens, as soon as you get that seed phrase or your 12 words, make sure you store it or write it down somewhere completely safe, just in case you ever lose access to your digital wallet. You have that phrase to recover your wallet. I want to make sure loud and clear, when you get your seed phrase, store it somewhere safe and don't give it out to anyone. All right, so now we've gone ahead and covered what exactly are NFTs. We've gone ahead and covered marketplaces, gas or just transaction fees, and crypto wallets. So now I want to go ahead and show you guys how you would actually go ahead and create an NFT. Now, when it comes to creating this digital art, I'm no digital artist by any means, at least not yet. I don't know. You would just go ahead and use something like Photoshop or PicArt to go ahead and create an image, right? A JPEG or PNG. You can use multiple different formats, and it doesn't just have to be pictures. Remember, it can be images, it can be audio, it can be videos. So you can really get creative here. The idea is once you go ahead and create whatever digital art you want to create, you can go ahead and sell it on these different marketplaces. So now I want to go ahead and show you guys how you would go ahead creating an NFT and how you would go ahead and sell it. So let's go to Opensea. It's a bit more popular. And you would actually just go up to the top right and hit create. Hold up, I completely flubbed. I ran right into creating. I forgot to show you guys another step you want to actually do before you even start creating. So we're going to go ahead. I want to just plug it in real quick, show you guys in case you want to do it. You want to actually go to hover over your account and go to My Collections. And that's how you can actually go ahead and create a collection. And then here you can update and go ahead and upload your logo for the actual collection and add royalties for that specific collection. So this is where you can go ahead and set up royalties. So anytime someone goes ahead and sells a token or some sort of art within that collection, you actually gain a royalty. Anytime there's some sort of buying and selling within that collection. So it doesn't have to mean you sell it. It means that you've sold it and now someone else decides to sell it. You gain a certain royalty, a certain percentage from that transaction every single time. So make sure if you want to go ahead and gain royalties, which I think is a really nice feature of NFTs and using it as a creative person, you probably want to go ahead and set that up. But I want to make sure I show you guys before I just dive right into creating, because I completely missed the actual create a collection step before actually creating the NFT. So you want to go to hovering over your profile, hit My Collections, then you can go ahead and create a collection, and you can go ahead and upload the images you want, the banner you want, the name for the actual collection, maybe set up a customized URL, descriptions, and any other links you want to attach. But don't forget, you want to also set up the royalties. This is how you do it. You go ahead to percentage fee and you hit like 2 or something. And then you would go ahead and set up your actual wallet address so you can get paid out as well. So there you are. And then you also select the blockchain you want to use. So for our case, we use Polygon. But that is the gist of setting up your actual collection before you go to actually create it. So I just want to make sure to throw it in there, completely skipped it. So now I showed you guys so you guys can go ahead and set that up first before you go ahead and actually create. All right, let's go back to the video. And so I already have a PNG image that I want to go ahead and upload. It's just a dummy one to go ahead and show you guys how to go ahead and actually create an NFT. So we'll go ahead and select here, and I have in my downloads NFT example. Let's see, boom. I just wanted to do a stack of books, so there it is. We can name item name. Let's think PerezTheDev book stack. There you go. So external link, so you can actually go ahead and as you build out your collection, which is just your collection of different digital assets like these tokens, you can actually leave a link to the main page, your website for that collection or for that piece of art, so other people can go ahead and check it out, and you can eventually build up a community. You can also add a Discord link for people to go ahead and become part of your community and vice versa. So you will go ahead and just build up your community by using this link right here. You can add a description, just adding a little more detail to what the asset is, or if it allows for perhaps accessibility to maybe conferences or accessibility to you, the individual, you can go ahead and add that there. You can go ahead and select what collection you want it to be a part of. And then, so properties, these are just different attributes you can go ahead and set up, which is more of a collectible sort of thing. So you can think of like if you ever collected Pokemon cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards, any type of sports cards, You know how there's sometimes there'd be like special ones with like autographed cards, or you can have hollow type cards, or foil type cards. So those are the properties in the digital world. You would have something like a unique background or unique accessory for that specific image. So maybe I go ahead and choose to add little accessories to the books, different names for the specific books and such. You can go ahead and add that there in the properties section. See, so there's different attributes you can go ahead and create. Then you have different levels, statistics. With the stats, that is just also numerical attributes you can have as well. Then another great thing, unlockable content. You can go ahead, if you are a writer, again, creative person in general, allow for any person that purchases this digital asset to have unlockable content. So let's say I'm a writer and I'm currently in my first draft of my book. I can go ahead and start selling a collection for this book so that anybody that purchases this digital token has unlockable content to the first 100 pages of my book or the first couple chapters of my book. And you can do that also with websites. You can do that with so many different things. Here, let's go ahead and check it out. See, so you can enter the access key or a link to a file, right? And that way, anybody that purchases that token, they paid some sort of entrance fee or whatever, has this unlockable content to you or to your content or to additional resources that brings more value to your community. And that way, they pay it and you give them extra access. So I think that's really cool. And then we have explicit and sensitive content. If you're into that no stuff, feel free to check that out. But it allows you to go ahead and say, hey, this is explicit or sensitive content. Now here, you can control the supply of the number of items that actually get minted. And you can choose which blockchain you want to use. So you can use Ethereum. Again, that is just a cryptocurrency. And then you can also use Polygon. That one is free. So I'll go ahead and you can do 1,000 supply. And then to freeze your metadata, you must create your item first. So this is an overview of how to create your NFT. You will go ahead and upload your actual image, video, audio, or 3D model. Look at that. I actually didn't even know that. So look, it supports JPEG, PNG, GIF, SVG, MP4. All these different file types are supported as long as it's under 100 megabytes. So that's pretty cool. It allows for all these different creative outlets. So make sure you go ahead and check that out. You can set up the name, PerezTheDev book stack. I want to make sure we got everything right. External link, again, a link to whatever website for the collection. And then we got all our other stuff here. Great. Let's go ahead and hit create. I am not a robot. Taxis. And then, let's see. PerezTheDev book stack. Great. So there you are. So now we can go ahead and share it on Twitter, Facebook. We can get, what is that? I'm not sure which link that is. Now let's check it out. What is it? Oh, okay, Telegram. Brilliant. So that's on Telegram. And then you can also just copy the link right there. And now you can go ahead and have it created. But now that we've created it, we are currently selling the actual item. So we want to go ahead and sell. So we go ahead and set up the quantity we want to sell. Obviously, it has to be, I'm trying to see. Yeah, okay. So we went ahead and set up the quantity before when we built out the actual collection. So now here it has to be within the amount of the collection we set up. So I'll go ahead and set up 999. I'll sell it for $20, set it up for 6 months. And then, so here we have the service fees, and then you would just go ahead and complete your listing. Again, I'll have to check out why the royalties is not on there. Maybe I did something wrong in the initial setup, but that's where you would go ahead to actually get royalties. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and sign. So allow this site to add to your network, approve. Boom. Let's sign again. Great, so now we've listed PerezTheDev book stack. So there you are. So we've created our own collection. So now we should be able to see it. 1,000 owned by you. There we go. Brilliant. So untitled collection. There we go. One item. And there we go. You can actually go ahead, and now it's being listed for 0.01 Polygon, not ETH, right? Or ETH on Polygon, excuse me. So it's about $20. But that's how you actually go ahead and create and then sell your actual NFT art. So here we have floor price is 0.01 ETH on Polygon, and then you can go ahead and buy it. I don't plan on making anything from this. I just wanted to go ahead and list it and show you guys, because I think it's important to go ahead and understand how to create NFTs, how to go ahead and sell these NFTs as well. Again, the cool part about these NFTs is that they're really great for creatives who want to go ahead and sell their creative art, whether it's digital, whether it's music, whatever it might be. You can go ahead and actually sell it on this marketplace. So I think that's really cool. If you have no money, we would go ahead and use Polygon on Opensea. That's how I did it right there on the example. And then you can also use Flow blockchain if you want to go ahead and use Rarible. Again, I showed Rarible, but you can go ahead and use Rarible to enlist your token as well. It's the same idea as we did on Opensea, where you head and hit create, and then you would list your digital art, and then you can set up the actual amounts that you want to go ahead and create and sell it for. That is how you would go ahead and do it for completely free. You would use Polygon on Opensea or the Flow blockchain on Rarible, and you can set up your collection just like that. Really simple, easy to follow. I think it's really simple to do, but just in case, I went ahead, we walked through it together so you can go ahead and start building out your own NFT collection. So as an overview, you would go ahead and pick a market, understand that there's gas or those transaction fees. We would go ahead and set up a wallet where you would sign in and create your own digital wallet. Then you would go ahead and create your NFT using something like Photoshop, right? Where you would go ahead and create your digital art. Then you would go ahead and create it on the actual marketplace where you upload it to the marketplace to then sell on the marketplace. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys how that all works together. If you're stuck around this far, thank you so much. Please make sure you like and follow for more. We're not done just yet, because I want to make sure you guys also understand with new technology comes these new responsibilities. Just like in the 90s where we had the internet stock bubble climbing up and going and high, and then it crashed. It's going to be the same idea with NFTs, where right now, because it's so new, people are going to get greedy. So you might find people who go ahead and reach out to you, trying to send you links or ask you for a phrase. You don't want to go ahead and give them that information. I just want to make sure there's a fair bit of warning in that. So make sure as you go ahead and you play around and learn about these NFTs that you are staying safe. You don't click on any links. You use it just for fun. Don't get greedy either, because you never know. You might end up clicking on a link that gives out all the assets you have in your wallet, because that can happen. So you want to just be careful. There are scams out there where people will try and get you to go ahead and give up information, and then they get all your digital assets, and that would be really bad, right? So again, don't click on links that people might send you, and don't go ahead and share your blockchain address, your wallet address. Be very cautious of who you share that with. Make sure you go ahead and don't lose your digital wallet seed phrase, where that is a 12-word list that you would use to go ahead and recover your account. So Opensea, Rarible, nobody can help you recover those 12 words once you have it stored. So you don't want to share that with anybody. You want to make sure you have it written out and you have it stored in a safe or whatever in multiple places, because if you lose that, you cannot get your account back. And that is the way you would get your account back, by using that phrase, those 12 different words. So you do not want to lose that. I want to make sure I include that. I almost forgot. So make sure when you go ahead and create your digital wallet, you store and save that 12-word phrase, that seed, for your account. Because if you lose that and you happen to have issues logging into your wallet, you will lose your wallet forever. That is how a lot of people have lost their digital assets with thousands of dollars on it, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, because they somehow lose or forget their digital wallet, and then they aren't able to get access to it. So, right, because blockchain is so much more secure, it also has that extra risk of, if we forget about it, now we're also out of luck as well. So I want to make sure I include that in there. But yeah, so that is how we go ahead and create an NFT, sell it on the marketplace. To go ahead and review, we discussed what exactly are NFTs. We took a look at gas. Those are just transaction fees. We discussed your digital or crypto wallets, and make sure you save that 12-word phrase when you get your seed phrase. We also discussed marketplaces to go ahead and look at and check out other NFT collections. Then we looked at how to create and then sell your NFTs, these digital assets. Enjoyed today's video. Please make sure to like and follow for more. Comment down below if there's anything you feel like I missed. I can also add another video on, or just let me know your thoughts on the video thus far. Truly hope this video was of value to you in creating, selling, and just starting your NFT and blockchain journey, because this is going to completely change how we do everything. Just like the internet changed how we do business, NFTs are going to change how we do business and interact with each other as well. So if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to like and follow for more. As always, I'm PerezTheDev. Thanks for watching.